Okay, all go here. It's what, 20 past 11. We've been up since about 6 o'clock. Joe was out up past 7 this morning. I took her to the forest. I've been dealing with things here. Turns out that this camera detector gizmo didn't work, which is why the burglars got to do what they got to do. So I've been on the hunt for batteries for that. I've just sorted that out. I finally managed to get a plumber out. As you can see, he's put a new piece of pipe in there and joined it on either end. There was a type of valve there and a connector that he wasn't sure about why it was there, and the size, it didn't seem to match up very well. So he said this is a much better solution because it absolutely guaranteed to match. So so that's good. And we shall have the water company coming back at about 1:30 this afternoon. So they will turn the water on, and hopefully after 1:30 we will, or thereabouts, we will have water. Obviously we still don't know if there's other leaks anywhere. When they turn the water on, it's all a bit of a whole, you know, fingers crossed and what have you. But it's a step in the right direction. So I haven't done anything outside in the hedge trimming stroke jungle cutting yet. Probably do that later on this afternoon once I've got on with other things. To be quite honest, I'm really tired. I couldn't sleep last night. I've got a bad knee, and I could easily just give it all a miss. But anyway, we get on, and I will report in later. Okay, good news and bad news. The good news is that after 5 days we have water. The bad news is this tap is not very good. It needs fixing, but this old tap in the toilet downstairs, I cannot get it to just switch off. So I'm going to have to do some kind of a bod job for the time being. But I'm not sure what and how that will be at the minute. But we shall see, because I've got, you can screw fittings onto there, so I'm going to try and put something there that I can turn it off. Alright, well, my plan worked, and I managed to bodge up the water and switch it off. However, I wanted to make it a little bit more usable, so I've come back to the builders merchants. I've already been here once, and bought another like a 90-degree bend. So basically what I've done is I've put a tap on the tap, so the water comes out of the tap that doesn't stop. I will adjust them with a wrench so that there's an equal flow, hot and cold, so that it will be sort of warm water to wash your hands, but there's just the one tap then. It's going into this one tap, so it will you can switch it off. And at some point I will change that tap, but things are quite expensive here and quite difficult, especially in an old house, because this plumbing, it's not plumbed up to where you can just unscrew the old tap and put a new one and just screw the connectors. It's all like hard plumbed. So anyway, I'm getting somewhere slowly, that's for sure. So I'll be able to have a shower tonight, which is the really nice thing, and be able to go to the toilet without having to get a bucket of water to flush it and stuff. So yeah, it's all moving in the right direction slowly. Okay, time to fetch Joe. So I've parked on this road. You can't drive in, and there's a gate. So I'm walking into meter and help her carry out buckets of berries. She's over there somewhere. There she is. And here we are. Blueberries. Okay, dinner time. Joe's already eaten, but I've just thrown myself together a bit of a pad kapow on rice and a couple of kai dao. So tuck in. Well, that was very nice. I've just had a shower. It's Monday night. It's the first time I've had a shower since Wednesday last week. I mean, I've been washing with pans of warm water that we've warmed up on the stove, but as we had water damage, we couldn't turn the water on until today, but managed to get all that sorted now, and that was a very nice shower. So I'm going to go and sort myself out, dry myself off, and I think it'll be time for a bit of shut-eye. I'm getting rather tired. Right, good morning, Tuesday morning. Back on the hedge cutting. Trying to get that done first before I start on the jungle out here, which is very jungly. Yesterday I didn't get anything done out here. I was working on stuff in the house. The alarm system's all to pot. Took down some faulty sensors, ordered all new batteries for everything. Gonna give it a once over service and new routine for keeping on top of it. I've basically just had the same alarm system, put it up, and if I get a message that a battery needs changing, I've changed it. Unfortunately, the main sensor that needed to be on wasn't on, hasn't been working for years, unbeknownst to me, of course. So now I've got a plan of action where I will change the batteries once a year before I go away for the winter, so that they're new, strong batteries. And I'm going to try and add a couple more sensors to the system, and yeah, trying to make it a little bit more secure again. Unfortunately, it's a bit like bolting the stable door, or whatever they say, closing the stable door after the horse is bolted, but that's what I can do. So bit grey, bit cold, better now. I nearly froze last night sleeping with the window open up there, but anyway, we get on. I shall soon be sweaty once I start working, that's for sure. Alright, just taking a break, but I'll show you here. These are some of Jow's products. These are dried chanterelles. Normally we sell fresh ones only, but there were a lot in the forest that were dry, so already drying out. So we decided we'd have a go at doing the dry ones. The actual market price for dried chanterelles, if you order them from the internet in Sweden, is about 2,000 Swedish krona, which is about $250 US a kilo, 240, something like that. 2,000 krona is about 7,500 baht per kilo, and you buy them in 25 or 50 gram bags or jars. So they could be something of interest as well. We've got orders for fresh ones, and they're ready to go this afternoon, but Jow's doing on the blueberries at the moment for delivery tomorrow. So she's hard at it with the foraging. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the forest, or rather the forest, the hedge. I've done all the way up the side here behind. That's normally fruit bushes, but it's full of nettles and all sorts, but I've been clipping them back as I go, and I'm going to cut them all down as I get there. But I'm doing the inside now, and then there'll be the top left. It's very high, so I'll need to do both from inside and outside with the step ladder. So anyway, right, just put round to Jow's friend, who's also Thai, and she is farmer's wife, lives on the farm, but she has a big old cherry tree full of cherries. So I'm picking cherries, and they are very nice too. As you can see down there are a lot of cherries on this tree. Right, and as well as the cherries, we got some other produce, some beets, a massive cucumber. Just to give you an idea, that's like 2.5, 3 handspans of mine. And obviously the cherries, we picked up half a bucket or so. Tomatoes, beans, and some coriander. We usually have a lot of coriander, but it's not growing this year for some reason. It may be because it's so weedy. It normally grows as a weed, but anyway, yeah, we got a good selection of things from there. So I'm back now, getting on with the hedge. Just gonna have a cup of tea and keep going. Okay, Wednesday morning, and yes, petrol car, and I've got my my whippersnipper, as Australians like to call it, out. I need to empty the fuel out from it because it's old fuel from a couple of years ago, and then see if I can get it started okay. Hopefully shouldn't be a problem. I need to do the same with my lawnmower as well, but I won't be mowing any lawns anytime soon. Obviously there's a lot of grass to be cut yet, but I'm going to use the old whippersnipper, start here on this smaller square. But first I need to finish the hedge. I've still got a little bit of the top, the last length, just up there, the top to do, which I didn't finish yesterday, and that's a bit of a job because I can't stand on the step very well. But anyway, that's on the card so far, and hopefully it'll start to look a little bit more like something. I'm certainly glad I've got the hedge down. I mean, obviously there's a lot of mess, but you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, so we will get there slowly. Right, I've dropped Joe off at the forest, and I've just come to Lidl. I haven't been here for a while. It's in Captain Home, so it's a bit of a way, but I was out and about, having driven into the forest, so I need to get petrol as well on the way back. Okay, well, this is one job that I really struggle with, unfortunately, but I've done a bit there. I'm going to take a break now and try and do the other bit there. Like I say, I really do struggle with doing many minutes with the whippersnipper, but yeah, it's a difference anyway, making a difference. So we're getting there slowly. I just come up to town to collect a DHL parcel. Here in Sweden, private individuals don't get home delivery of parcels, so you have to go to they usually have a contract with the local supermarket or petrol station or something. My normally is in the Eco supermarket, both for post and for DHL. So this came with DHL. These are special batteries, all of these look like just AA batteries, but they're actually 3.6 volt lithium batteries. This was a Varta one, but it was a little bit of a special one, a 2450, and this is a half AA 3.6 volt as well. These are all for my alarm. There is one component in my alarm system that uses ordinary batteries, so but otherwise they all use these strange ones. So I'm going to swap out all the batteries because better late than never, I suppose, and that will mean that I can rely on it for a time to come. Okay, so those of you who watch my videos in Thailand will know I'm always messing about with water pumps and what have you. And here we have a well also. This well we only use for irrigation and what have you. It's not any quality of the water, but I do have a pump. I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not. I've just pulled it out from the garage. I'm going to try and set it up and see if I can get it working. So we will see, because we haven't had any rain for a while. The rainwater's finished, and we're using that for things as well. So let's see whether we get this going. Okay, so set up and primed. Time for the big switch on. Let's see what happens. So far so good. Is there any water in the well is the question, and it looks like there is. Okay, well, I'm pleased with that, because that water comes in very handy. Obviously we haven't got a great big vegetable patch this year, but the water still comes in handy. There will be some plantings, so that's very good. I'm glad. Next job. Okay, got my sign up. We are in business. Berries and mushrooms, although the mushrooms are a little bit scarce at the minute because it's rather dry, but we're hoping for better times. Should be having some rain next week, which might help. Okay, now we've got Sebastian and me have come again the weekend. And Sebastian's trying to give me a hand with the cutting here. Although I'm not sure he's quite grasped it yet. So it's Sunday and we are back at it. Sebastian is with the snipping at the minute and I am going to take a break. Just had a session on that. Don't have to give you a pain in the arms, but yeah, we're getting there slowly, but it's coming and it's a nice blue sky, so that's good.